The content of this program is to provide nutritional education only. This program is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician. The FDA requires us to let you know that our products are not meant to treat, prevent, diagnose, or cure any diseases. As an empowered individual, you have options available. We are honored to have one of the founding fathers of epigenetics here to guide us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. The content of this program is to provide nutritional education only. This program is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician. The FDA requires us to let you know that our products are not meant to treat, prevent, diagnose, or cure any diseases. As an empowered individual, you have options available. We are honored to have one of the founding fathers of epigenetics here to guide us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca.
People are being laid off. They can't get raw materials to make products. Sales are down, and taxes are going up. It's a big mess. And as a result, people are throwing up their hands, say, "Well, we can't even afford to eat." And, food has gone up 10%, 25%, 50%, in some cases, 100% in cost. So what do we do? Well, one of the things that made Youngevity grow was the fact that we help people with their finances as well as their health. And today I'm going to spend a little bit of time on the finance issue, okay? Because I'm getting so many questions. So many people are calling me. What do I do? What do I do? Well, keep good records. That's important. Then you want to, I have a hardline phone for my personal calls, and then all of my business calls and Zooms and everything like that is on this cell phone. So I know this total bill is tax deductible because that's a tool of my business. Okay, there's calls to answer health questions or ordering something or instructing somebody in the business or whatever, okay, or paying for a utility bill with a credit card over the phone. It's all tax deductible. And so this is not difficult. We actually have a book that was designed for kids. It's called Wallach Street for Kids, not Wall Street for Kids, but Wallach Street for Kids. And it goes into all these details and at the 6th grade reading level. And so if you've never had any courses in business, it wouldn't hurt for everybody to start with that Wallach Street for Kids, get that book and go through and see all the tax deductions you can get. In my house, I have 3 offices. I have 3 offices with 3 people. One is mine. The other 2 belong to other people in the household. Okay. And so when you look at the utility bills, and they have 1 or 2 computers in there, they have electronics of all kinds. They have local heaters, they have local coolers, all that kind of stuff. It's those bills are all tax deductible. Okay, there you go, Wall Street for Kids. Thank you. And it lays out how to make sure you're getting your appropriate tax deductions on all these things you're using. The square footage. Okay, let's say you're spending, just for round figures, $2,000 a month for your mortgage or your utility, or your mortgage or your rent, and you're using say 50%. Let's make it easy. Let's say you're using 50% of your household space for your business, okay, between the various offices and warehouse and classroom and so forth. So you get $1,000 a month tax deduction. So 12 months, that's $12,000 a year tax deduction off your taxes each year, and you get a refund back from your taxes. Hello. Okay. That's cool. And then, of course, the same thing is true for your utility bills, your homeowner's insurance. You have somebody come out to mow the lawn. You have somebody come to clean the house and vacuum the rugs and stuff. Again, based on square footage and your the taxes that you can actually take advantage of, you are able to deduct a percentage of those services they're paying for your house based on the amount of space you're using for your business. Same thing is true for your vehicle. If you have two vehicles, which we have, and so one of them we designate as the official automobile, the car of our business. So everything from the gasoline, the insurance, maintenance is, and the cost of the car originally was all totally tax deductible. Okay. And so this is very simple, and it's all laid out very clearly in the book, Wallach Street for Kids. You go to take a class, you go to an event, okay, to learn something from a speaker on some of the products or the industry or something like that. That cost of travel, the cost of the the cost of the hotel, the cost of the food, including restaurants and so forth, save all your receipts, and you put them in an envelope and put the date and the location of the event and put that in a pile. And so you have that in case you're questioned at the end of the year about that. Well, here's all my expenses. Okay. And you have all that, and they just say, no problem. And, you know, all the big guys do this, all the billionaires do this, all the millionaires do this, all the people who make tens of thousands of dollars do this. And there's no reason why you can't do it too. Your business cards with your name and phone number on it. Okay. The samples you give away, keep track of the samples you give away. So, okay, I'm buying a case of boxes of rebound sticks. Okay. Maybe 6 boxes of rebound sticks for the year. And I'm going to staple one of those to each of my business cards. And when I give away a CD and a business card with that sample of the rebound, that rebound sample and the CD and the business card costs are all tax deductible. Okay. And so this is very, very exciting when you think about it. And if you do this correctly, we will send you a commission check every month based on the sales of the organization you put together. And that's where the book Wallach Street for Kids is so important, because it'll show you how to build an organization that'll maximize the cash flow to you. It'll maximize your income. You have two sources of income. Number one, you buy our products wholesale when you become an associate, a distributor. Okay, you're paying wholesale. And then if you sell one to somebody, they say, well, I'm going to try one. So you sell it to them for retail. Okay, or if they're a relative or something like that, you can give it to them as a tax deduction as a sample. But if you sell it to them as a retail, okay, make that retail profit. But also, when you buy those products, okay, whether you're buying them for your personal self or you're buying them for your warehouse to sell and so forth, guess what? You're actually getting a tax deduction for that. And also you're getting a commission check every month. We will give you a commission check every month. You have to qualify every month, make sure that all the various pieces are put together and met properly so that you meet the requirements for getting the commission checks, and you'll get a commission check every month. And, you know, I have so many people who are high school graduates that their commission checks every month are bigger than the incomes that maybe a private doctor, okay, in their own little clinic, okay, in a mall or something like that. Our representatives make more money than these doctors because they're dealing with maybe, say, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 people, 100 people a month. and they're getting a commission based on the purchases of those people. Now, once those people get in the system and they're purchasing and buying, online and all this kind of stuff, it takes you out of the loop of the mechanics of ordering for them. Okay, once they learn how to do it, you have to teach them how to do it. But once they learn how to do it, you can kind of go online and see where they're at each month and say, hey, you didn't qualify yet. So this is the last day. You better qualify. Oh, thanks. And so you check back an hour later. Okay, they can call back. Say, hey, good job. You were qualified. And now I just want to make sure you're going to get your commission check every month. And this gets very exciting. So whether you're 12 years old or you're 25 years old or 40 years old or 50 years old or 75 years old, or like Jimmy Carter, you're 98 years old, or me, 83 years old, okay, you get your check every month based on the business and volume you have created over time. Now, the more energy you put into it, okay, wherever you go shopping in the grocery store, you go shopping in the mall, you're going to go get gas. You always want to take one of these CDs with your name and phone number on it. You always want to, be taking one of your business cards with a rebound stick stapled to it. And, you take some of these things like there's a new bull in town with these 3 CDs in there. And when you're seeing these kids, okay, when these kids are out there running around doing stuff and you see them playing sports and whatnot, you say, I'm going to loan you or give you, whichever one you want to do. Now, this is a tax deductible tool, a CD that has 3 CDs in here. It's called There's a New Bull in Town, because we're going up against Red Bull. Red Bull only has 1 mineral in it. Our rebound has 75 minerals in it. Okay. And we want you to listen to this so you can be safe and be, your maximum ability to perform in your sport. Okay. And so CD number 1 is Dead Athletes Don't Lie. And then CD number 2 is Exercise Without Temptation to Suicide. And then CD number 3 is What Kills Billionaires. The professional athletes in America, their life expectancy is 56.3. The average life expectancy of a billionaire is 66.7. That's crazy. Why is it so low? That's because they think exercise is everything. Now, I eat well. Well, that's not good enough. Eating well is important, but it's not enough because plants do not make minerals, and minerals are 2/3 of your essential nutrients. And don't forget, when we went to electricity, we gave up our source of minerals, what we have been using for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, which is wood ashes and coal ashes. And so you really, really have to pay attention to the details. Okay, there's a new bull in town. Get this 3 CD set. Go to www.drjwallach.com, www.drjwallach.com. Don't forget the new book, okay, which is a 75-year track record of all the discoveries, not all of them, but most of the big discoveries we've done, okay. The Wallach Revolution, 75 years of track records of the various diseases we have found the causes and preventions and cures for, okay. And it's available for everybody. The Wallach Revolution. Oh my gosh. You buy 10 of them at one time, you get a nice deduction, and you're paying wholesale for them, you sell them for retail to your Youngevity business family. You make a little bit of money there to help you with your advertising and buying your CDs and so forth. And so this is, what should I say, a business where everybody's involved. And the nice thing about it, when you retire or pass on and go to our great maker, guess what? It goes to your family. When you're working for a big corporation and you retire or die, does your job that you spent 25 years building that corporation, does your check continue to go to your family? Of course not. Is there a guarantee that your family is going to get your job? No. And so don't forget, if you spend one afternoon to start out with building your Youngevity business, and you're, within a period of 1 to 2 years, you're making as much or more money from your Youngevity business as you're making from your job, which you're doing 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Okay. Doesn't it make sense to pay attention to the details here? And again, that's for the book, Wallach Street for Kids. Wallach Street for Kids is so important. because it goes into the mechanics and details of the business, how to make sure you're going to get the maximum benefit in health and finances and tax deductions. I mean, just think about it. You get a 14-year-old involved, and they are able to buy their own car and pay for their own car insurance and buy the clothes they want to buy and so forth. I mean, and their friends all saying, what are you doing? How could you afford to have a car? Well, they can't drive it by themselves when they're 14, but they have to have somebody who's old enough to have a driver's license to be instructing. They can take their friends with them and all that kind of stuff. And they have the licensed driver in there, making sure everything's cool and training them. And they say, well, I can help you buy your own car too. Just remember, during the Second World War, when all the adults were out fighting the war, the Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the Brownies, the Future Farmers of America, the 4-H'ers, all these kids groups were running the country. Now's the time. Let's turn it back to these kids. Let's incorporate them, get them involved. And we're going to come out of this. We're going to come out of this terrible time where the businesses and everything are going down. People are losing their jobs. Okay. Taxes are going up. All kinds of things are happening. The cost of everything is rising. It's going to quiet down again. But in the meantime, be building your Youngevity business and make sure your family's involved so they don't come to you later and say, well, why didn't you say something to me? Okay, don't leave them out. Make sure that they know. And you want to show them your check every month and say, hey, I can help you do the same thing. And this is a great supplement to your check. Okay, if you're still making a check, this is a supplement to your check. If you are laid off and you're not making a check anymore, guess what? This can replace yours. You just work harder and work more, and your Youngevity income will keep going up. Okay. And so I'm very excited about this because we're seeing people doing just these things. It's one of those things where you have to appreciate that this is here for you. This is here for you. We are so excited about this, that this is an American theme. This is the American way. Okay. Entrepreneurship. And Youngevity is a classic example of that. And again, don't forget that book, Wallach Street for Kids. And even though you're adult, it wouldn't hurt you to read it a couple of times too, because you may not know a lot of the stuff that is important for you to maximize your tax deductions and maximize your tax returns and maximize your income and cash flow and so forth. If you're going to build your business in a foreign country, we have so many people who have businesses in foreign country. I do Zooms in Australia, the Philippines. I'm doing a Zoom in the Philippines tonight. I'm doing a Zoom in Australia this afternoon. I'm doing Zooms in Australia tomorrow. I do Zooms in Canada on a regular basis. I do Zooms in Europe on a regular basis. Okay, I do Zooms in just, I don't know how many states out of the 50, but most of them, I do Zooms. And people on these states are welcome to come to the Zooms in the other states, of course. And it's one of those things where you use the materials, use the products, you're going to be healthier and live longer, and you're going to provide not only a current increase in life quality of your family and friends, but also a future life quality, because you're building a family business, okay, that is willable and transferable. It's very, very, very good. Most people don't think in those terms. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Rebecca.
All right, Dr. Wallach, thank you for such a great introduction. Folks, whenever you refer or recommend a hair product to somebody, does the company give you a thank you check? Or when you recommend a movie to somebody, or, a food item, a pizza joint, do they send you a thank you check? Probably not. And that's one thing that I love about Youngevity is, as I am recommending different products to people because of my own personal experience, I am earning a thank you check for doing so. And it just makes I don't have to feel guilty about making an impact in the lives of others, because I'm sharing products, I'm sharing information, I'm sharing the business which we're not making any type of income claims. It does take work. Don't get me wrong. It's not, tell 2 or 3 people and before you know it, you're able to pay your house payment or your car payment. It does take work, but that work does not go unwarranted. I mean, I don't think that's the right word, but I love the fact that the work that I have put into it over the last couple of years is still paying me today.
It was a great investment of your time.
Yeah, I think so. I invested in my health so that I could invest more of my time. I mean, a lot less doctor's appointments now. In fact, none. So that I can help others find the same. And that's what I love most about this company, Dr. Wallach.
Rebecca, how many years were you in trouble with your health? How many years were you in trouble with your health? 2, 5, 10?
Well, my poor health that I remember started when I was 8 years old with my first migraine. I ended up in ER.
Oh my gosh.
So that was just kind of the beginning. And then when I was trying to do marching band, because I loved music, I wanted to be involved in everything music, and marching band was one of them. And we were an amazing band, a big school. And I had to drop out because my knees were so bad. They wanted to do surgery to scrape the backsides of my kneecaps.
And how old were you at that time?
I was like 14 or 15.
You were only 14 and they wanted to do knee surgery on you?
Because I had growths on the backside of my kneecaps.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I just ached all over. I remember thinking I always hung back with my cousin because she wasn't as athletic as the other kids in our big group of cousins. So she and I kind of hung back, and I just didn't admit that I was in so much pain, but I'm wondering if I had the juvenile arthritis like she did, because I hurt every single joint for as long as I can remember, up until 7 years ago next month, Dr. Wallach, when I started feeling relief. So I'm excited. I'm so happy.
Can you attribute that to your Youngevity products?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Because I had tried so many different products.
It wasn't cortisone.
Yeah, cortisone, even injections. I mean, so many things. One injection hit a nerve that I've had to overcome pain from that. It's just nuts, Dr. Wallach, what you put your body through when what's going on is it's starving for nutrition to stay strong.
Well said. It's very good. Starving for nutrition. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know any other way to put it, but yeah, I was in dire straits, and I didn't look forward to getting older, and now I look forward to getting older, and I can work from home and still make money and be able to travel and see my grandkids and do all the things that I never did.
And if you do meetings and things where your grandkids are, guess what? That trip is tax deductible because you went there really to do the meetings, and it just so happens those meetings were in the place where your grandkids are. That's
right. It just so happened. So I love that, Dr. Wallach. In fact, there's many groups that are starting to do meetings again. So if you are listening and watching, folks, and you're interested in getting more information about the business opportunity, go to dailywithdoc.com or get back with the person that invited you to this program and ask for more information about our business opportunity. We also have all of the replays from all of our programs, Daily with Doc, and also Ask Doc Daily and Daily Ask Doc Live, and Q&A with Pharmacist Ben, and lots of other information that just gives you bits and pieces of something that's digestible. It's not over your head. It's like, oh, I didn't think about that. That's easy. That type of information, because health is not difficult, Dr. Wallach. It's
That's
actually
true.
simple.
It's basic stuff.
Say that again.
It's basic stuff.
It is basic stuff, and we'd complicate it. So let's stop complicating it, Dr. Wallach.
Okay.
Well, you're not complicating it. I'm no longer complicating it, but yeah. So folks, if you're here live with us and you would like to ask a question, go ahead and find that raise hand option. And you will be able to come on and ask a question. Phyllis, do you have a question for us today?
Yes, I sure do. Hello, Doc.
Hey, how you doing, Phil?
I met with a woman a couple of days ago, not for health reasons, but it turns out she had one of those very unusual genetic conditions involving the kidneys. And this is called Alport syndrome, Alport syndrome. And she also has diabetes. She might have said type 1, 25% kidney function. I don't have all her info. I'll tell you what I know. She looks to be about 5'6", 220 pounds, in her 60s. And I'm not sure about, I'm sure she must be on some kind of medications. And I obviously don't know about frequency of urination, but I thought it would be fascinating to hear what somebody with a so-called inherited syndrome and a kidney.
Is she on dialysis?
She's not on dialysis.
Okay. All right. Well, this is one of those things where, again, the doctors have it all wrong. That's why she's still getting treatment. Or maybe they say those things so she can still be on treatment because they got kids in college and they need tuition money, right? And so you have to think in those terms. Kidney failure, okay, can be caused by many things. It's certainly not genetics. My thesis on epigenetics, the subtitle is The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. There are no genetic diseases. That's why my thesis is in the Smithsonian Institute. It's in the Smithsonian Institute as a national treasure because I prove there are no genetically transmitted diseases. Okay, I don't know how to explain it any other way. Okay, so at 200 plus pounds, she has kidney failure. Let's see here. She has diabetes. Do you know if she has any high blood pressure?
She did not mention that. I'm pretty sure she does not.
Okay. All right. Because kidney failure and high blood pressure kind of go along together, but not necessarily. So at 220 pounds, I would have her take and get rid of all the bad foods. Get my book, Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. There's 300 pages of recipes that show you how to eat properly and cook properly, so you're maximizing your digestion and absorption of nutrients processes. And then that's the book, Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. Okay. Then I want her to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. A full dose of everything twice a day. And that has 215 nutrients in each one of those. The core is still the 90 essential nutrients in there. She also needs 2 bottles a month of the MSM, so they can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. They're designed to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone breaks the bone self. She also needs the collagen peptides, 2 canisters of that a month, so you can take a full dose, let's see, which is for her be a scoop at breakfast and a scoop at dinner time in her drinks. Okay, the collagen peptides. Then I want her to have, let's see, at noon, I want her to have 2 of the chewable I-26s. Okay, so her nerves and everything will work properly. I want her also to take 3 twice a day. Might not hurt to take 3 times a day of our Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. They'll support healthy blood pressure, healthy blood flow through the brain, the heart, the kidneys, every place else. And if she's on medication for diabetes, whether she is or not, I want her to be on sweeties. She can take 3 sweeties twice a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month. Don't cold turkey off of any medication she's on for diabetes, but as her blood sugar begins to drop, she can slowly reduce her medication based on the numbers. Okay, so do give us a call on a regular basis because we're able to help her. We help people with this set of issues, which I say we treat hundreds and hundreds of them every month. And let's see, if she's 220 pounds at 5'6", she's probably, I would say, maybe 50 pounds, maybe 40, 50 pounds overweight. And if she wants to lose that weight faster, she can take 1 meal a day. It's not a it's not to add to a meal, it's a meal replacer. 1 meal a day of our keto shake comes in chocolate or strawberry. And she'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. And usually within 2 or 3 months, she'll be down to the weight she wants to be at. Okay. So this is something very common. And we have a lot of experience with this, in 80 different countries. So it's not like it's just something we've dealt with in one place. Okay. And so give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know how it's going. We want to know what her blood sugar is doing. We want to know what her weight's doing. We want to know how her kidneys are going. Is she urinating properly? Is her blood pressure okay? If she has blood pressure issues, she can take the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, 3 of those twice a day if she has blood pressure issues, but she needs to be taking them anyway, just for her kidney issues. And so that's going to help her kidneys function properly.
And one more comment. You said once during a lecture, I thought this was fascinating, that with all of the autopsies you did on animals and ultimately humans, when you looked at their kidneys, even if they had kidney disease, their kidneys were healthy. And the cause of the problem was the little tiny blood vessels going into the kidneys was the source of their problems. I found that fascinating.
Yeah, well, that's why the Ultra Daily Classic tablets are so important, because they provide the ability for these small arteries and veins to move blood through themselves, okay, without having to do surgery and implants and all this kind of stuff, okay? But thank you for that. Yeah, this is unimpeachable evidence. That's what my thesis is in the Smithsonian Institute is a national treasure. Thank you. Back to you, Becca.
Thank you so much, Phyllis. Great questions there. Now, Dr. Wallach, I have several questions that have come in through email. And, you had mentioned, visiting places and that we're in different countries. Right now, Dr. Wallach, as I'm looking at the people, we are in Canada, the UK, and South Africa, not to mention the United States. So welcome, everybody. We have no borders here, Dr. Wallach. We are just we're here for everybody.
That's correct.
So I love that. I love we can all come together because we have things in common. Everybody has a body. Everybody's body needs nutrients to support that body if you want to have optimal function. So, yeah. And I love the fact that cells reproduce over and over and over, and they're constantly reproducing. So what you got yesterday in your food is feeding your body and your cells, and the better fuel that you put in the body, the better the cells work.
Very well said. Very well said. Good description.
It's pretty simple, Doc. So Cam is writing in, and Cam had a stroke or a TIA 3 years ago and was prescribed statins, but each time Cam tried the RX, she would experience severe muscular pain. She's tried 5 different prescriptions and stops after a week because of the side effects. So for somebody, Dr. Wallach, who has had strokes, there's an underlying cause for those. And getting on a prescription is not correcting that underlying cause. With Cam being 62 years old and 125 pounds at 5'1", what would be your recommendations for somebody?
Okay. She needs to get rid of all the bad foods so you can maximize absorption, right? No fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites in them. Absolutely no oils, no olive oil, no coconut oil, no salad dressing, no cooking oils. Absolutely no gluten, no wheat, no brown rye, no oats, no buckwheat with phagopyrenes, F-A-G-O pyrines in them. Okay. And then no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet drinks got to go. And also carbonated water, because they neutralize stomach acids, so you cannot absorb minerals or digest food. With all that said, at 125 pounds, she's kind of at that cusp. Let's start her out with 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month, 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month. Unless, she's not worried about the finances, she could go for 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month to be safe. But a minimum of 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month, a half a dose of everything twice a day. And then I want her also to have a minimum of 1 bottle a month of the MSM. So you can take it at least 3 twice a day. That's going to support and promote maintenance, repair, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between her vertebrae, bone makes a bone itself. I also want her to have the collagen peptides, 2 canisters a month, so she can take a scoop of that with her morning drinks or with her evening drink. I want her to get, let's see here, 2 bottles a month of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. 2 of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. She can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time, and they're going to support and promote healthy blood flow through blocked arteries in the kidneys and the heart and the brain. Okay, and so this heart pain is, this transient ischemic attacks where they get heart pain because they don't get enough blood to the heart and so forth. Okay, this Ultimate Daily Classic tablets was designed for that. Also, I want her to get the de-stress capsules, the de-stress capsules. Take 3 of those twice a day. They're specifically designed for heart issues, okay, including congestive heart failure, including TIAs and so forth. And it also helps with supporting increased blood flow through the blood vessels in the kidneys and the heart and the liver and the brain and every place else, okay? And of course, this gal here, Kim, if, 125 pounds, she's kind of at that cusp. If she'd weigh 135, I'd say take 2 of everything instead of 1 of everything. 1 healthy brain and heart pack, take 2. And so it just depends on what she's got going. Don't cold turkey off of any medication. If she's on blood pressure medication or diabetes medication, don't go cold turkey off of them. But if, she sees benefit, then she can slowly reduce those medications based on the numbers. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Wallach. And just as a reminder, if you are listening to this program or on with us live and somebody shared this program with you, get back with that person so that you can thank them for sharing the program with you, and also say, hey, this is what I've got going on. What do you think Dr. Wallach would recommend? And if they don't know, they can come on this program because we are Monday through Friday, noon to 12:50. Each and every day, and that is Pacific time. So that's 1 to almost 2 Mountain time, 2 to almost 3 Central time, 3 to almost 4 Eastern time, and I don't know, maybe my buddy down in South Africa will tell me exactly what time it is, but I think it's around 9 o'clock, 9:30 his time.
And it's a different day.
No, not in South Africa. If we were in Australia, it would be a different day because they're in the future, like 18 hours, 17, 18 hours, depending on what part you're in. It's kind of crazy how this whole time thing works around the world. But hey, we're still here, and technology, as long as it's working, we're still connected, Dr. Wallach. I love it. I love it. So next we have Riley, Dr. Wallach, and Riley is 76 years old, 5'8", 162 pounds, has prostate cancer, Agent Orange, heart disease, and he's looking for nutritional options, Dr. Wallach. It breaks my heart to have people that have served their country and affected by things that have happened during their service. It breaks my heart, but we can help them be the best they can be now, right?
That's correct. And of course, I served, and that's why I wrote the book, Prepare. I retired as Lieutenant Colonel in the Air Force, and dealt with field hospitals and war zones and stuff like that. So I really appreciate our fellow veterans of all services. We do have a lot of people in Youngevity who are in every branch of the service you can think of. So we're very, very proud of that. So here we go. And thank you, Riley, for your service. Let's see here. Basically, let's see here, the weight, I wrote it down. 162 pounds. Okay. We need to get off all the bad foods. Okay. You can maybe remember what I said or get the book Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. There's 300 pages of recipes and cooking techniques and so forth to do it correctly, maximize the health of your intestines, your digestive system, so you can absorb all the good stuff and reject all the bad stuff. 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, a full dose, everything twice a day. There's 215 nutrients in each of those healthy brain and heart packs. I want him to take 3 times a day of the of the MSM. That'll be 2 bottles a month, and they support the maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc, between vertebrae, bone matrix, which is also the bone marrow, which produces white blood cells, antibodies, red blood cells, and platelets, which is part of your immune system, which goes out and kills and eats cancer cells. Then also needs for let's see here, the heart disease. I want them to have the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 3 of those 3 times a day. It'll be 3 bottles a month, the Ultimate Daily Classic. So I can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at time, the Ultimate Daily Classics. And they're going to support healthy blood flow through the brain, the heart, the kidneys, the muscles, the lungs, every place. Excuse me. And then to get rid of the Agent Orange stuff, which accumulates in the brain and the lungs and the liver and so forth. Okay. Don't we have a detox?
Herbal Rainforest. I was waiting for you to mention Herbal Rainforest.
There you go. Herbal Rainforest. Thank you. You get an A+. Okay, Herbal Rainforest. And it has 13 detoxifying herbs in it, along with the plant minerals. And I would go ahead and take an ounce of that twice a day. Apologize for that. Okay. And so it'll be the herbal rainforest, ounce twice a day. And it wouldn't hurt to do a hair analysis. Okay, get the book Rare Earths and Cures, chapters 10 and 11, page 272. It'll tell you how to collect the hair and where to ship it in. And it'll tell you what toxins you have in you, particularly toxic metals like lead and mercury and uranium and that kind of stuff. So it wouldn't hurt for our friend and Riley to get that hair analysis done. And let's find out where he's at on absorbing the nutritional minerals and where he's at. We're accumulating the toxic materials, including minerals. Okay. Very, very important. So because, are his doctors telling him he has Agent Orange? Is he saying that because he worked in a war zone where they were spraying with Agent Orange to defoliate the forest so they could see the enemy, kind of thing? And so we need to know what's going on there. And so that hair analysis will help us enormously to be more correct and efficient. And that way we're not having him spend a lot of money that he doesn't need to spend. Okay, so with that, Riley's got a little bit of work to do here. And again, let's see, for the book, he could go to www.drjwallach.com. And where you want him to go for all his products?
Well, if he's not working with somebody, Dr. Wallach, then he can go to dailywithdoc.com. And there you will find a store with all the products that we are mentioning on this program. You'll also find the replay of our past programs, and today's program will be there shortly.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we got time to do another one, maybe one more.
Okay, so Lavanda is writing in. She is 65 years old, 199 pounds at 5'7". She says, for years, I've been having problems with blood pressure. And she wants to know, is it true that a person could have a normal blood pressure of 160 over 85? So she's been fighting with her blood pressure and trying to get it down, and it just won't go down. What would you recommend, Dr. Wallach? Okay, well, she got to get rid of all the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no barley, no oats, no buckwheat with the phagopyrines in them. Buckwheat does not have gluten in them, but it has phagopyrine, F-A-G-O-pyrines, which are worse than gluten. Then no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet ones need to go, and also carbonated water. And then, the processed meats with the nitrates and nitrites in them, very, very important because they just, kind of destroy your thyroid gland and other things.
Then at 199 pounds, I wanted to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, a full dose of everything twice a day. I wanted to have 2 bottles a month of the MSM, so you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 dinner time. And they're going to support and promote maintenance, repair, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone makes a bone itself. I also want her to have, because of the high blood pressure, I want her to get 2 bottles a month of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. If she's on medication, don't cold turkey off the medication. But as the blood pressure begins to drop, she can slowly reduce the medication based on the numbers. And then I also want her for energy to take, and we forgot to say that for our buddy up in the military who had Agent Orange stuff, he needs to also take the Rebound. Rebound has 100 nutrients in it, 75 minerals and 25 vitamins and amino acids. Red Bull has 1 mineral, magnesium. Our Rebound has 75 minerals. There you go. The canister has 36 servings in it. The box of sticks has 30 sticks in it. The cans are 12-ounce cans. Some countries like Australia and so forth, they don't, and Canada, they don't allow the cans in, but they do allow the canisters. That's why we came up with the canisters, because they allow the canisters. But if you're going to get the cans, pop the tops on them the night before you're going to drink them, put them in the refrigerator. They'll off-gas the bubbly by morning, and they'll be flat that way. I have one for breakfast and one for lunchtime, maybe a couple hours after lunch. You don't want to take them with dinner unless you're going to be up all night driving or something like that and you need to stay awake. Okay, so there you go. And this is one of those things where, again, we deal with over 600 different issues. We deal with 600 different issues, and we have 5,000 products. So just think about it. You can add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life. Get this information to your family, the people you love, your church mates, your workmates, your neighbors, your kids, your spouses, and so forth. It's one of those things where this needs to be understood and introduced to everybody and let them make the decision if they're going to do it or not. But don't forget, you can pay for your cars, you can pay for your college education, you can help pay the mortgage in your house, you can pay your rent. You've lost your job, you say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I've got my Youngevity business. I wouldn't be able to keep my house if because I lost my job, okay, because of all this pandemic thing going on, okay? So it's kind of like a safety valve to own your own business, and why not Youngevity?
Well, and it only costs $30, Dr. Wallach, to get started with Youngevity.
It only costs $30 to be a distributor?
$30 to be a distributor. I prefer the CEO pack. It's a little bit more. It's $4.99, but you get like $600 worth of products, and that includes your websites. That includes training. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're opening basically like a franchise, and it's costing $4.99, and that includes product, because you want to be a product of the product anyway, so that you have a story, so you can say, hey, what are you taking? And you can honestly say, this is what I take, and this is what it's done for me.
If you don't have the $4.99, you can hit it initially with a $30. Right?
$30, start your training, get the Healthy Body Start Pack. I mean, that's your overhead, a Healthy Body Start Pack. You're investing in your own health. You can write it off because it's required in order to get, or a purchase is required in order to earn your commissions.
Well,
and it's
go.
A win-win. And I wanted to mention something about the Rebound, Dr. Wallach. Okay. I love this canister because I put 2 little scoops in water, shake it up, it dissolves super fast, super easy, and then I can drink it. I can even put it in my cup. That's what's there. And stir it with a fork. It doesn't take a powerful mixer to get it all blended in. It's fantastic. And it tastes good. So Rebound is a good, in between throughout the day. But like you said, you don't want to take it too late, because it does have those vitamins that have energy in them, that gives the body energy, a little bit of caffeine. You get that extra little boost, and it's natural. It's a natural source of caffeine. It's not something that's synthetic. And that's one thing that I love about the Youngevity products is their quality of the ingredients that goes into it.
Yeah, we have
I mean,
like one third. We have one third the amount of caffeine that Red Bull has. Have one third the sugar that Red Bull has. But we have 75 minerals, and Red Bull has only one.
yeah. And our caffeine is coming from green tea, Dr. Wallach.
That's
I
correct.
just want to thank Phyllis for putting that into the chat there as a little reminder for me. And that includes your replicated website, your storefront that you can share with other people. They go, you can help them place an order. They can place their own order. Totally up to you. They can even earn rewards points, Dr. Wallach's, that then gives them, up to $100 off a $200 order. I mean, that's a 50% savings that they earn based on their own personal sales,
Purchase.
and then those that they've referred.
There you
So
go.
for those of you who like those, Starbucks punch cards or your favorite coffee house, we've got the same type thing going here. I love it, except for ours is continual nutrition. And you had mentioned that we have over 5,000 products. Well, I like to focus on our flagship products because that's the foundation of health. That's what gave me my life back. And then you've got those add-on products like the Rebound. We've got several different things here.
I don't want to embarrass you, but how many pounds did you lose on our
I've
program?
lost 105 now.
What?
I've lost 105 since joining Youngevity.
Wow. 105 pounds. Wow. That's beautiful. Congratulations.
So yeah, I love it. I love it. But there's lots of things that we can offer, that give immediate effect. If you got brain fog, we've got something for that. Having a hard time focus, we've got something that helps with that. Need that energy, we've got a couple different options for that. You add plant-derived minerals, you have the best hydration drink in the world. So, Dr. Wallach, I wouldn't go a day without Youngevity, and I'm so thankful that I decided to do the business too. I mean, when that first 2 weeks when my migraines were gone, and I'm like, wow, if this is the only results that I get from taking these, it is so worth it, because I could go outside, I could garden, I could be around my kids without it irritating me.
How long have you had migraines?
Since I was 8 years old. So from 8 to, what would it be, 45?
Almost
Quite a
40
while.
years. Almost 40 years with migraines.
30, I think 37 years.
Yeah. Okay.
36. Yeah.
And in a couple of weeks, the migraines are gone. Hello?
Yeah. And results are not typical. Because I've actually had somebody in less time get rid of migraines, but it's one of those things. I mean, I had 35, 37 years of this constant, it was like a snowball effect. The migraines and the pain all over my body were just the beginning of it. And then 30 years old, I fall and I get compression fractures. And the MRI shows that I've got degeneration in every joint of my body and arthritis and pain and nerve damage. The doctor, he had turned around when he walked in and walked back out because he thought he was coming in to see somebody 65, 70 years old and very poor health, not a 30-year-old, what looked to be a fit, healthy female. But I didn't feel healthy. So.
Well, thank you for sharing your story, and thank you. And I apologize here. I've got to run here pretty soon.
Yes, you do. And I'm so excited, folks, that we are able to spend this time with Dr. Wallach. So Dr. Wallach, thank you so much for joining us Monday through Friday here as we are bringing information that people can actually put to use in their own bodies without having to have permission to do it.
Thank you so much, Becca. And see you later.
All right. Bye for now, Dr. Wallach.
Bye-bye.
I just want to thank my co-hosts, Ruth Ellen Sanchez, Phyllis Anderson, Marilyn Pizzera. Thank you so much, ladies, for being on with me. I don't know if you want to come on screen. I never know whether or not they want to come on. So if they want to come on, they can come on. But we are here and providing this resource to all of you, to our community. We are a community. We come from different lines, different areas around the world, but we have this common thread of wanting to make sure people feel the difference that supplementation, quality supplementation through Youngevity actually offers. Anybody want to say anything?
I'll just say that I can't think of anything more rewarding than helping someone to feel better and have a totally better quality of existence, not just physical, but mental, emotional, and spiritual. It all ties together. You feel better physically, you feel better in every way. And there's nothing more rewarding than us enabling that to be.
Getting those phone calls any time of the day, just sharing the text message. It's incredible. You know, people are just so thankful that they found us. And folks, if you're struggling in any ways, get back with the way that you found this program, the person that shared it with you, the newsletter that shared it with you, because there's somebody on the other end that is there like us, wanting to make sure that you have what you need in order to have a life that is more than just barely surviving, because there is more to life. On behalf of Daily with Doc, my name is Becca Dukes. If you are interested in becoming a certified holistic health coach or having a business with us, again, get back with the person that invited you, or go to dailywithdoc.com and use the contact us and let us know that you want more information on how you also can start your own business of thank you texts coming to you for referring products that you can feel the difference and feel good about sharing with others. Until next time, bye for now.